right, everyone, welcome in. Episode 2, Saturday Vibes, TJ&J back again. Previewing. We got week 1 starting. We're watching some games live here on Thursday night, pretty much opening night. Don't
Mhm.
really count week 0 most of the time. Um, Guys, how you feeling?
Freaking excited, boys. It's football season. Let's go.
Feeling motivated, a little
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Feeling a little dangerous? I mean, it feels like fall outside. We got some nice crisp weather. Got some
Dude,
fall
we're
decorations up.
setting record lows right now for the month of August. That's crazy.
I
Setting record
know.
lows. I love it, man. This is football weather. Last week on Friday for our game, man, Providence getting a big win, 49-14. That freaking set me up for this week. So I'm excited. Louisville, Miller Moss, it's Miller time. I'm gonna drink some Miller Lights just for you, even though I don't like them, but I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, well, we'll start off. We'll just do I'm going to run down quick week 0 recap real quick. Start out Iowa State, Kansas State over in Ireland. Iowa State took a 3-point win. Those conditions out there were absolutely awful.
Mm.
I think that game would have been a lot more exciting with the weather we had back here in America. UNLV had a 7-point win over Idaho State. Kansas won 31-7 over Fresno State. Good old WKU down here on the hill took a 41-24 win over Sam Houston. And then Hawaii, with their YouTube kicker, won 23-20 over Stanford. Y'all see that? He learned how to kick from YouTube.
Wasn't it
Yeah, I
recent?
did.
Like he recently learned, or like he
Yeah,
learned
like he
in school?
recently learned, came over to like a JUCO in Ohio,
Uh-huh.
and then went out to Hawaii. So
Shit, I wish it was
never
that
too
easy.
late. Just
I
learn
wish it was
off
that
YouTube
easy.
guys. So move right in. So that's a quick week 0 recap. Um, and then John, we'll start off with Kentucky this week. Last week we had a question mark if it was going to be Calzada or Bowley. I know you were firm that you believed it would be
Yeah.
Calzada. He was named on Monday. Depth chart came out. Um, how are you feeling? We also saw that both of the new transfer running backs coming in, they're listed as either or as the running back spot going into the weekend. So let's see what we got going on.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. They were just trying to keep Bowley from thinking about transferring. They're going to hype him up every chance they get. They don't want him leaving. Like he's got the talent. It's just, I think Calzada has the experience and he's played in this conference in big games. You gotta go with Calzada until he starts, messing up. Hopefully he doesn't mess up. But the running backs, like I said last week, I'm not worried about it. We got uh, Dowdell, who's going to be our, uh, for lack of a better comparison, or Derrick Henry. They're probably going to be feeding him a lot, and McGowan's going to be our fast guy. We're going to get a little thunder and lightning going. But yeah, I'm actually excited for this game.
I'm pretty excited too. I mean Toledo's good. I mean really good. They're got more votes in the AP poll than Kentucky did. They're predicted to win the MAC and the MAC championship. I mean they've got a culture of winning up there. I think their coach has been there about 10 years, 73-40 record. So it's not like they're a good ball club up there. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I hope we come out firing.
Yeah, I
Seen a
got
lot
I
of good
got
things
plenty
about
more. I thought I didn't mean to cut you off. I got plenty more on that later when we start going over games. But
yeah, yeah. We can say I was my last Willie Rodriguez. I really think that might be. I looked into a little bit more of him tight end slot. I think that dude's going to be really nice. So
yeah,
um,
we're gonna have a tight end that can catch the damn ball,
I haven't had one of those since like CJ Conrad.
and he wasn't even that good. If we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah. So Tyrone, Louisville. I know shows no official depth chart was released, but you had
Yeah.
some info from Brom's interview this week.
Yeah. I mean, just from his interview, I mean, it's kind of known that Miller Moss is going to be the guy. I just said it earlier. Miller Moss is going to be the guy. The ball's in his hand for sure. Of course, number two, it's not a shocker. I mean, it makes sense that Brady Allen is going to be our number two. He's the most experienced guy. He's a junior. He's played in Brom's system now, I believe, for 3 years because he was at Purdue with them. Now he's back with them here in Louisville. Um, I think he's more of he knows he's going to be more of like a game manager. He's probably going to be a coach after this, to be honest with you. So I think that's why Brom feels comfortable putting him there. He doesn't want to get Deuce Adams in there early to where he gets shaken. I know it's EKU. He probably will get some snaps. I mean, if you remember from last year, our first game of the season, we played all 9 of our quarterbacks. I mean, I wasn't shocked that Jeff Brom didn't go out there and actually throw a pass during that game. Um, I think we're going to see a lot of guys get out there and get some snaps this week. But the main thing we want to see is how Miller Moss performs in this system. How Isaac Brown looks. Of course, we want to see him have a great sophomore year. And then Duke Watson. How are they going to do this mix? Are they going to do Isaac Brown is 3 down back? Is Watson going to get a series? Is he going to get a series? How are they going to mix that in? And then the other question mark is just receiver number 3. We don't know if it's, Hurry's going to be a great guy. Apparently, he had a great camp with, from what Brom said during the interview. But then we also have Antonio Meeks, who was here last year. He's going to be a senior. He showed a lot of glimpses, mainly in the, bowl game, which I know was the bowl game. Not many people were playing, but he went out there and had a good game. So I'm looking forward to see who that number 3 is going to be. Again, it's kind of hard to. It's week 1. It's against FCS teams. Not much we can really get hyped up other than the fact that we get to see Louisville football out there. But starter wise, that's what the depth chart looks like on the offense. And then, last week I did say that the defense has a lot of question marks. They do, but it's mainly around the secondary. But I think they got it figured out. We got a couple transfers in that are going to step up and be huge or in the DB room. But I forgot, didn't really forget, but I needed to mention who's leading our offense or our defense is our linebacking core and Stanquan Clark and TJ Watt. I think it's going to be. I think those two together. Sorry, I'm mixing two guys. Antonio Watts is going to be huge for us, and Stanquan Clark. I think those guys are going to be huge for us. And then of course you got Clev Lubin, at the DN position. So I really do think Louisville has something to figure out there defensively and see how Ron English is going to fare throughout the whole entire year. But first game, FCS, let's see what we do.
Yeah, 100%. And then just coming out, you want to see them firing and see what you got that first week. And when I started that Miller Moss era, and he can win some games and whatnot. So um, we can jump right in. You know, we can hit that question of the week. No, it's hitting a little late. We already got some games gone final, but thought it was cool earlier this week. I found this one. A MAC team has beaten a Big Ten team in 16 of the past 18 seasons, excluding 2020 when no one played out of conference. There are 5 different MAC versus Big Ten matchups in week 1. Which MAC school has the best chance to pull the upset? We had Ball State and Purdue, Ohio versus Rutgers, Miami, Ohio playing Wisconsin, Western Michigan versus Michigan State, and then Buffalo versus Minnesota. Um, John, where you feel might that upset happen this week?
So you brought up the final scores here. Ohio and Rutgers got really interesting there towards the end, but my pick is Ball State versus Purdue. They are both terrible. If you want to see just an awful brand of football, to bet on for punts and what have you, just watch this Ball State Purdue game. You might have to watch on ESPN Plus, but yeah, this is it's gonna be so bad. This is gonna be the armpit of football.
The armpit of football.
Purdue is favored by 17 and a half.
Purdue is?
Per ESPN bet.
Man,
Yeah, I think that tells you a lot about Ball State. So
they are, yeah. I mean, they got the worst team in the Big Ten and the worst team in the MAC playing each other. It's match made in hell.
well, I mean that makes sense why you think Ball State will win that game because it's like,
Yeah, they ain't been the same since Brom left. They are terrible.
yeah. Well, I mean, mine for this week, if you want me to go ahead and say it, Jordan, mine
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Io. Um, as we just saw, and as you mentioned, we've been watching the game. Ohio just lost 34-31. They definitely had a chance to win it. I mean, they tied at 31 all going into the fourth quarter, I believe.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were very close to getting it at the end. Just couldn't do much. And I really was pulling for Ohio because back in last year with the game, I played with Ohio. I really wanted them to pull it out. Navario, their quarterback, is actually pretty decent. At least he was, on the video game. He showed glimpses of it tonight when I was watching the game. It's just, Rutgers squeaked it out. Another Rutgers field goal win game. We hate to see it. We hate to see
Oh, damn.
it.
How terrible.
Very terrible.
I dig back in the archives for that memory.
Man, I had to, man. I had to.
Mine, I was gonna go with Buffalo over Minnesota. They're currently down 7-3, almost at halftime there. Uh,
Hmm.
PJ Fleck in Minnesota, they've just been so up and down his whole tenure there. They've been good, they've been bad. Buffalo's about middle of the pack, I think, over in the MAC. So I liked Ohio, and then I kind of forgot to write down my pick earlier. And then when you said that game was already going, I was like, well, I can't pick Ohio now. So we're gonna go roll with Buffalo.
Well, hopefully they actually start performing a little better. I don't know. Both teams, Minnesota hasn't been good. What was it? 3 years ago, they were actually making some noise. Their
I
coach
think
is
so.
good, but I think he probably overstayed his welcome there in Minnesota. It's probably time for him to should have took his chance and went somewhere else. It's just
PJ
hard.
Fleck. PJ Fleck is the Mark Stoops of the Big Ten.
It's hard to win there, man. It's hard to win there.
Yeah, I mean, 2022 he had a 9-win season, and then it fell off 2023, and then 2024 wasn't bad. 7, 8 wins. Like I
Hmm.
say, it's just up and down. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah,
Like
he's
Taylor
good.
Swift's Love Life.
Damn.
It's a roller
Speaking of that game's going on right now, Cincinnati, Travis Kelsey.
Cincinnati and Nebraska.
Yep. Playing at Arrowhead of all places.
I am not watching it, dude. That AD for Cincinnati has to be the worst AD of all time.
Yeah.
Not only did you buy washed, not even washed. He never was like good other than his time when he was at App State. I mean, he was App State. And then he came to Louisville. He did have glimpses, mainly just because it was 2020. We didn't play much. So that's why we looked great. And I'm saying that as a Louisville fan, we just never hit that highlight to where another team should have been, hey, we'll buy your coach and pay his buyout. We want him that bad. That's so stupid. And now you're telling me you decided to start the game at a neutral site. I forgot where it started at. It moved somewhere else and then moved to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's like it's a home game now for Nebraska, pretty much. And it's like, what?
I
What
think
is the?
originally this
No.
was supposed to be a home game for Cincinnati,
Yeah.
and
What
then you
is?
move
Yeah.
it to Kansas City.
What is the AD doing, man? If the donors and boosters are not like, get this guy out of here, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'm
This
glad he's
was
there though. So, keep him.
I'm gonna be competing in Cincinnati, so I thought I was gonna have to be dealing with people leaving as I'm going in tomorrow. And then I realized they're at Arrowhead, and I'm like, what the fuck is Cincinnati doing?
No, people are going to be leaving because they hate Cincinnati that much after tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, dear. No, I
And
like Cincinnati. I'm always there actually for work and got some friends up there. So Cincinnati's not bad. Something's wrong with your school there, buddy. They need to get that stuff fixed.
yeah, I always say if I had to stay in Kentucky and move somewhere else, it'd be up like right around Cincinnati.
I mean that's just that's just Northern Kentucky.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. You're just going
Yeah.
to go to Florence. That's all.
Yeah. Just put me in Florence, Covington, Newport, just one of those.
Yep.
I just had a coworker move up there.
They got
You
a
know,
nice racetrack up there, though. I did see that. I was supposed to do it on my bachelor party. It look pretty cool. I think John, you did it right.
What?
There was like a racetrack up there or something.
Yeah,
one
yeah.
up there.
Go kart track.
Yeah, go-kart track. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
All right. Enough derailing about
Yep.
Cincinnati. So
Yeah. So that's our question of the week. If any of you listeners out there come up with one you want to, spout off, shoot us a message. We'll answer it.
mhm.
Uh, So we can move right in. We've already touched on week 0 a little bit. Obviously, our picks aren't fully final yet. There's 4 games still going on. But the early leader of our season long pick'em challenge is myself. This
Hey,
is going to be where I'm going to toot my own horn, pat myself on the back. I'm not usually in this position, so we're just going to ride it out as long as I can. And I will still be leading after tonight because we all have the same teams.
dang. Well, it's early. It's early.
Hey,
I think you took a jump early last time we did this, and yeah, I think
it's usually always week 0, week 1. I'm good.
yeah.
Something I try and get too cute with it, and it falls apart.
Uh,
So we'll move right in. Week 1 games. We've got 15 games on the slate to talk about. John, we'll start with your 5 first. We'll start at the top, App State and Charlotte. Let us know what notes you've got for that game, and that's what we're going to be basing our picks off of.
All right, this game's going to be played at the Panther Stadium, Bank of America Stadium for the Dukes Mayo Classic. I guess they ran out of teams to pick from, but anyway, App State, Charlotte, they've met 4 times before, all won by App State. Charlotte's only had one winning season their entire existence as a D1 program or Division 1A program. Uh, both have first year coaches at their new job. Uh, firstly, Dow Loggins. He is a former OC quarterback coach at South Carolina. He also had a few OC quarterback coach jobs in the NFL. He had a long list of team names, or yeah, long list of teams. But Albin, uh, Charlotte's head coach, had 3 straight winning seasons, or 3 straight 10-win seasons at Ohio. And then after they won their bowl game, he got off the bus and apparently went to interview for Charlotte, where he got the job there. So both teams are completely different from how they were last year. So I have absolutely no more notes except for App State's favored by 5.5, and I'm going to take App State.
Is that your case? Is that your case? All right,
Make the case.
make that case.
I mean, that's really all I can give you, because everybody
Yeah,
everybody hops in the portal, and it's absolutely crazy.
bro, it is, man. This is the. I mean, it's kind of good for sports talk, sports radio, because you always have something new to talk about, especially if you have somebody leave. But it makes it a lot harder trying to come up with predictions for the year or for game 1, game 2, because you don't know what the heck you're going to get. You don't know who they have sitting on the bench. You can know, but you don't know what they're going to give you. I mean, a lot of surprises out there this year, just like last year. So,
Yeah, we
So
thought
App
Boise State
State,
was going to be good, and look what they're doing right now.
well, yeah. I don't know. Madsen, he did not look good. He had his own Cam Newton Super Bowl play. We talked about it earlier. Dude, I don't know what he was doing. I mean, they're going to lose anyways, but that fumble and he just stares at it, doesn't even go for it. That's bad. Bad look.
Yeah,
so John, you said 5.5 point App State favorite at basically a home game for Charlotte.
yeah, with a coach who, well, I've kind of made the case for Charlotte to win because their coach just came from Ohio and they just won the MAC. And I mean,
Did he
three
bring
straight
anyone with
10-win
him?
seasons.
Yeah. Did he bring anyone from Ohio with him?
Not that I know. I mean,
Not
he
that you
probably
could
brought
find.
in a few, but like researching this team was kind of hard because
Yeah.
I mean these group of 5 teams, they don't put out any information whatsoever.
Yeah. No, I ran into that too. So I'm gonna go with App State just because they're favored, and
They're
I
4 and
think
0
Dow
against them all
Loggins.
time. Yeah.
We'll see what Dow Loggins does, but I feel like a lot of South Carolina fans in the first half of last year wanted his ass gone. So
So they played us.
don't bring up bad memories. Oh, game 2, Auburn versus Baylor.
All right. Auburn's favored by 2.5, but we all know about Hugh Freeze, real stand up guy. We Yeah, everybody's heard about how he recruited players to Ole Miss whenever he was there. Uh, Also had another scandal to follow that up at Liberty, where he messaged a former student about a sexual assault thing. Yeah, yeah, real stand up guy. Bought escorts. Did Todd knows about buying them escorts.
I do.
Oh, but anyways, yeah, like I said, real stand up guy. Dave Aranda, the
Like my
Baylor head
kind of guy.
coach, basically coached himself out of the hot seat last year. Went from 3-9 to 8-5. Um, Auburn's only road win last year was against UK. Of course, everybody beat us last year. But I mean, that's really all the notes I have. But just like what all the women are saying, I'm picking the Bears.
Picking the Bears.
The Bears.
Make your case. All right. I don't know. It's kind of hard to pick Q3 or pick Auburn.
I didn't give him any benefit of the doubt
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick them. I don't know. It's easy to say SEC, but the SEC ain't the same anymore. But Baylor, they haven't been that great. But I'll give it to him. I'll go Baylor. I like your case. I'll stick with it.
Who did we have the? Could we find the starting quarterback for Auburn? Oh, it's
The freshman from
Jackson
last year, wasn't
Jackson Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's terrible. He did
Yeah,
awful in
yeah.
Oklahoma.
There we go. I'll just off that. What your case plus finding that? Yeah, it's Baylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, games at Baylor, Auburn can't win on the road. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not going to change over a year. Plus, have you seen they got like one guy calling first down, one guy calling second down, another guy calling third down plays? Anyone else see that?
I did
Lane
not see that.
Kiffin tweeted something about it. Like
Oh,
he just quoted it with some emoji, and I just thought that sounded absolutely ridiculous. So 3 different play callers.
Yeah, that's
All right, next one, Georgia Tech, Colorado.
yeah. Third year of prime time at Colorado. New starting quarterback, Liberty transfer, Caden Salter. Looked great at Liberty if you got a chance to watch him last year.
yeah.
Georgia Tech returning 8 starters plus Haynes King, their stud quarterback. If you got a chance to watch this guy, also pretty damn good. Had Georgia on the ropes last year. Colorado has a giant question mark at basically every other position on their team because everybody either graduated that was good or went to the NFL. Georgia Tech is a 4.5 point favorite, and I think I'm going to take the Yellow Jackets in this one.
Yep. I am slamming the Yellow Jackets because, like you just said, Haynes King this is his third year now with them. I like their
Yep.
coach. I like their coach. He has some moxie to him for sure. I'm just gonna go with Georgia Tech, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think
Haynes
Haynes King
King.
is gonna be the difference maker, especially when you got that many questions surrounding Colorado's offense and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. And that quarterback is really good. Watched him, against Western Kentucky last year. But so, and then all right, all got the Yellow Jackets. I think we're all Tyrone. You going App State, right? Is
Yeah.
it
Yep.
okay? So far, we're all rolling the same.
Oh man, shocker.
Yeah, it's week one. Next,
Big
John.
one
All right,
days.
this one, Toledo versus Kentucky. Let's roll with it.
All right. So the spread got to as low as 7.5. Now it's back up to 11.5. You're welcome. I put a little bit of money on that one. But, anyways, Toledo is favored to win the MAC. Haven't had a losing season since 2009, only behind Boise State and Alabama in terms of that streak. A win Saturday would put Toledo head coach Jason Candle at 73 wins, 74, 73, putting him the winningest coach in program history. But here's the kicker. He's never played a motivated Mark Stoops. He's played Mark Stoops, but I don't know if he's played a motivated. This game's going to be one in the trenches. Uh, so here's my key players for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Pete, Brown, Burton, Farmer, and Walschlager. That is the entire Kentucky offensive line. We're going to run through their fucking face from bell to bell. Cats by 3 possessions. I hope to God. If not, we're going to have a funny podcast cover next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that offensive line, the only returning starter is probably is it Jaeger? Jaeger's the only returning
Yeah,
starter, and I think he moved from guard over to center again. Or
yeah, Jagger Burton. If he is any better than last year, we're going to win a couple more games. If he is just like last year, just show up to Kroger Field and throw a white towel on the field because we're done.
or just keep your money and don't go because that's what we should have done last year.
Yeah, my dumbass went 3 times. So
3 times saw 1.5 games total.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to that lightning delay in South Carolina and Ty scamming us out of tickets.
I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna win a state title. Y'all go watch this, okay?" That was fun. It was cold. It was awful, actually. I mean, yeah, offensive line definitely needs to be better. I think the running backs are going to be better. Calzada, you said earlier, big games. He's won some big games before in this conference.
Our
I'm
offensive
rolling
line
with
is
the Cats.
yeah, my fault.
No, you're good.
Our offensive line is significantly bigger than last year
Mhm.
too, weight and height. I think we look like a legitimate SEC offensive line again.
It's amazing that we ever got away from it. So, Tyrone, you rolling with Kentucky? Or are you taking the Toledo upset this week?
I really want to be that guy and pick Toledo.
Do it.
Not
Do
because
it. Do it.
I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win a challenge here. But man, will it be funny when we come back on this? John's pissed, ready to rage, and I'm like, oh,
Hey, man, basketball season's around the corner, baby.
hey, November 11th. Oh, it's marked. I'm ready because it's going to be different this year. Mark my words, it's going to be different. But I'll give it to you. It's game 1, week 1. I mean, a lot of planning around this. Hopefully, he had a good talk with his team and got the little cats ready to go. So I think Kentucky's going to pull it off.
Yeah, it helps when everybody and their mother's picking them to get upset.
Yes, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Helps your bet out if you want to bet right as it's about to kick off. Just slam a little $5, make probably $5 off of it. So
yep.
All right. So coming off the heels of Toledo and Kentucky, John, great notes. We all took Kentucky there. Tyrone, flip to you. EKU versus Louisville.
yeah,
What notes you got for that one?
yeah. So I kind of went a different route just because we don't know much about what's the saying from my girl from the show with Marty Bird. We don't know shit about fuck. So we don't know much about this. And I'm gonna just say some facts about EKU. They are in the FCS. They were actually a good team back in the 70s, early 80s. They won 2 FCS national championships back then. Uh, Funny enough, they were originally known as the Maroons, but decided to go with the Colonels back in 1960s. Louisville is a 20-7 all time against them. Don't tell me about those 7 because it's probably when we were a YMCA team, just like with Kentucky's basketball championships. But
Hold
last
on now.
matchup,
Oh, you're not
last
gonna sneak
matchup,
that in there.
last matchup was 2021 where Louisville won very underwhelmingly, 30-3. Little facts about their team wise quarterback play is going to be a transfer from Albany, who also was at Wisconsin his freshman year, is Miles Burkett. He's a 3-star recruit, so looking to see what he has to do. Running back room, it's a new guy back there. He was a backup last year, Braden Latham. 600 yards, 3 touchdowns, nothing crazy. Their real star power is the receiver, Marcus Callwise Jr. He's a FCS All-American, Their conference All-American. He had 42 catches for over 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. It's a good year. It's going to test our DB room. Like I said earlier, we need to test the secondary. I know it's not like a big test, but never overlook anybody. So hopefully we can show that we can stop somebody like him. Defense wise, their star over there is Braden Sullivan. Fun fact, hometown hero, hometown star actually plays for them. He just got announced this week, Cortez Stone. He went to Central High School. I remember him being a big player for the Louisville Chargers. Jordan, I'm sure you're familiar with him, John. Louisville Chargers was a powerhouse 5-6 years ago. Another kid that plays at Cal, Julian Brown son, he was our coach. He was our coach at Wagner. Now his son's a star. Jahad Brown is a star at Cal. We'll see where he ends up going. Hopefully we're talking about him in a couple of years of being at Louisville, not Kentucky, but Louisville. But yeah, that's my fun facts. The spread is 38.5. I slammed it because I really want to see Miller Moss. I want to see Isaac Brown go off. I want to see that defense shut them down. I don't want to see 30-3. I want to see 60+0, really, but we can give up a touchdown when we have some backups in. So,
all right. Safe to say I'm going with Louisville on that one. John, safe to say you're going the same, or are you going to be that guy?
I'm not being that guy. I might go against the spread, but I'm not going to be that guy.
Oh, where's that sunshine popper or whatever you were last week?
Sunshine popper. No, this is EKU. Whenever y'all play somebody in like week 5, then we might talk.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. It probably is week 5.
Oh, it's week 4, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we
Close
got
enough.
They should be good. They should be pretty good game. JMU's no slouch now. I mean, they don't have Signetti anymore, but they're not a slouch. We'll talk.
Oh yeah, they're no slouch. They're no Georgia. They're no Alabama. But I mean, they are James Madison.
You're playing Toledo.
A pick to win their conference.
All right. Well, EKU won 2 national championships. All right. Let me know when you play against a national championship team.
We do like every year, like 4 times a year.
All right.
I think Georgia's down there.
I'm talking about in week 1. Jeez.
Oh.
Well, I mean, week 2, we might be next year.
Yeah.
What was supposed to? I don't know. With the SEC going to their, new news, I like it for one. I think it should be more conference games and bigger Power 5 matchups. I don't want to play FCS anymore. I only want to do it to help out the lower. Here's the idea. You don't have to get rid of the lower division games. Make them fucking preseason games. If you want to see make them preseason games. Have preseason 1 against EKU, preseason week 2 against whoever, and then let's
like that.
get fucking big man ball for the next 12 weeks.
Yeah, I like that.
Make a lot of money. You don't kick out the little guy anymore. Group of 5 still get to do something, but would
you pay the group of 5s to come in and play though? But then it doesn't count for your record. It's basically you're buying a win in the grand scheme of things, but it's not going to count towards your record in the year. So would they actually continue to do that?
I think so. I mean, they agreed to play this game right here. That doesn't mean anything for EKU in the grand scheme of things. If they were actually good in the FCS, it would mean nothing to them.
I'm talking about like to Louisville or Kentucky or any other Power 4 conference team that's paying let's pay them $1 million to come in. We get a win. Mm-hmm. Now that win doesn't count towards the record. So would that payment?
I mean, you don't make it a full game, kind of like you would do a red and white game. That's all it will be.
Hold on.
I'd keep it like that. You don't want to see your stars get hurt. I want to see my stars against another team star, and you're allowing EKU to still be a part of something bigger than just an FCS game. They're being a part of a Division I atmosphere because Louisville fans will go out there. UK playing WK, well, not WK, that's too big for you guys. UK playing against
the shade.
Dude, living down here, I hear a lot of shit from these fucking WKU fans that they just severely hate Kentucky. So I wear my shit whenever I can.
But you get what I'm saying.
Back to Ty's point, if they just played FCS schools, just straight up FCS schools, that's fine for preseason. Now, if you're playing like a group of 5 team, that should be regular season.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Those guys are going to transfer in eventually and play at a bigger school the way that we're going right now.
Yeah.
But FCS for sure preseason game because we can actually see who's terrible and who's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And it'll
NCAA
be a good
just might
tune-up rather than
take my idea, pay me for it. Just saying.
Yeah,
no.
I just know nobody's going to want to play in North Dakota State and those type of teams.
Georgia would.
If it didn't count, maybe.
Yeah, Georgia would. Georgia would definitely do that. It's a powerhouse of Division One versus powerhouse of Division One FCS. So I think Georgia would do it. They're not scared. And if
I
they,
think it's a great idea.
yeah. But
So,
all right,
all right.
what's next? What we got?
Next, I've got Mississippi State and Southern Miss. Let's go here. We got new coaches on both sidelines. Let's see, Jeff Lebby. I think he was offensive coordinator at Oklahoma. Is now with Mississippi State. Um, Mississippi State brings back their quarterback from last year. Played 4 games, got injured. Um, and then Southern Miss brings in Charles Huff from Marshall. If I can't remember, I believe he just got run out of town for no reason at the end of the year.
He wanted more money, and they wouldn't give him more money, and he just won him a ton of games. So he was like, "I'm going to take all my stuff to Southern Miss," and took all his players too.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He did. So I mean, coming off a Sun Belt championship last year, brought his quarterback Braylon Braxton with him. Braylon Braxton, 60% completion rating, threw for 1,600 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Ran for 610 yards and 4 touchdowns. Couldn't find any fumble stats, but for the most part, the kid takes care of the football. The ESPN matchup predictor has it basically 80-20 in Mississippi State's favor. Honestly, I feel like this is a coin flip on my end because I mean, you got Mississippi State's Blake Shapen coming off an injury. Um, can't remember what the injury was, but I mean, played 4 games last year. It's almost been a calendar year since he's played an actual meaningful game. And then you got a guy on the other sideline, continuity with the head coach coming in off a championship season, doesn't get turned the ball over. I think I have Mississippi State down, but I think I'm going to flip it. I'm going to go Southern Miss. I think this one actually might be a really good game for two
Mhm.
teams coming off 2-win season and 1-win seasons.
Yeah, Southern Miss has the Sun Belt Player of the Year at quarterback, like you said.
Mhm.
I want to take them. Whatever the spread is, I'm taking Southern Miss to cover, but I don't feel comfortable enough for them to win the game.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll keep it simple. I hate to keep going, same as you guys, but I mean it's kind of where I'm at with week one. Mississippi State sucks in the grand scheme of the SEC, but against Southern Miss, this should be a preseason game. But I'm gonna go Mississippi State.
All right. Well, we finally got our first disagreement, per se. You want to call it that.
You might hit it. You might hit it.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's always
that's
got to
the
be
one
one.
that's going to be the one you hit for sure. Is
Yeah,
Mississippi State is bad,
they are.
Yeah.
and that's coming from Kentucky fans. They are bad.
There's a one team picked behind us, and it's them.
Yeah, there's 50 states in the United States. Kentucky's ranked 49th. Thank God for Mississippi.
Let's see. Next, I've got Syracuse and Tennessee. Neutral site game down in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a noon kickoff. So basically a Tennessee home game. That's not really, much fair. Syracuse coming off a very good year. I think it was a 10-win year.
Yep.
Obviously, Kyle McCord is gone now. So we've got 2 new quarterbacks for both sides. Joey Aguilar taking over for Nico Iamalava, whatever his name was, that dipped out for more money.
Where'd he end up going? Does anybody know?
UCLA.
That's right.
Yeah. So both got 2 new quarterbacks, Joey Aguilar, Tennessee, and then Steve Angeli for Syracuse transfers in from Notre Dame. Not much in regards to stats for that man.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm rolling with Tennessee. I just think, they've got a little bit more firepower. And a quarterback that's had some game experience. Only threw 55 or 56% completion rating, but threw for over 3,000 yards. but he did also take 15 sacks and had 14 interceptions. So he's prone to holding it or throwing it away. So
Hmm.
we'll see. I think Syracuse coming off that 10-win season um, might start off a little slow, getting used to a new quarterback, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a blowout. What
No,
y'all got?
I'm gonna go with you on your case there. I think it's gonna be a very close game. Syracuse had a sneaky good year last year, rounding out in the ACC with 10 wins. Um, I think that probably speaks more to the ACC being down, but I'll never. It's hard to win 10 games. It's no matter who
Mhm.
you play. So I think Syracuse has a good coach and Fran Brown. It's just going to be a hard thing to overcome with Tennessee and their firepower. It's going to be close. It's going to be a home game, like you said, for Tennessee. So I'm going Tennessee.
I got one thing to say about Tennessee. Fuck them. Give me the orange. I'm kidding. I'm taking Tennessee, but still,
Yeah. Oh shit.
there's not too many things I hate more than Tennessee. They're at the top of the Biden list. But
Oh, there you go.
Tennessee, and I think I might hate Indiana and Canada a little worse than Tennessee.
Canada,
Hey, whoa. Indiana is not bad. All right, outside of Jeffersonville, Sellersburg area, it's not. It's iffy.
I drive
Sellersburg,
through
Indiana.
I drive through Indiana for work sometimes going up to Chicago, and that is probably even more of a boring drive than Alabama.
You're talking to the man that lived in Chicago and had made that drive.
Yeah, that drive sucks.
Yeah.
you know what to say about Indiana? The Birds once they hit the Ohio River and get on the Indiana side, they flip right on over. You know why
Yeah.
they do that? Because there ain't nothing worth shitting on in Indiana.
Well, tell the birds around my car that because I always kind of like fucking shit on mine. So
Oh, all right. We all got Tennessee. We'll move on. Next, I had the big, I guess, the marquee matchup of the week. Texas on the road at Ohio State. Big noon kickoff on Fox. Semifinal rematch. We got the Arch Manning era starting for Texas. We'll get a good glimpse on if he's legit or if he still is, needs to polish up some things. Because I believe we were talking last year. I mean, if he hadn't beat out Quinn Ewers yet, and as bad as Quinn Ewers was playing, is he worth the hype that is coming around him, especially with all the quarterbacks in NCAA this year, him being the Heisman favorite?
Mhm.
We'll get a good chance to see that week one here. Couple, eyeball stats: 26 players from that semifinal game were drafted to the NFL.
Mhm.
Only 17 of the 44 combined starters are returning. So we got a lot of roster turnover coming back on this rematch. Um, let's see what Texas has won 11 consecutive true road games, including 5 against ranked opponents. So you're going against Texas being really good in true road games versus Ryan Day and his new quarterback Julian Sayin.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, honestly, for me, I'm going with the defense of Ohio State over Texas's offense week one.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. Um, I'll let you go first, John. I'll let you.
All right, this ain't Peyton, this ain't Eli. This guy can move. So if they get a rush on him, he's got to wait. He's got a way out.
Mhm.
This kid's legit. The few times we got to see him last year, he balled out. He looks great. Uh, I want to pick Ohio State because they're at home, but I can't bring myself to do it just because of the question mark at quarterback. I'm taking Texas,
Yep.
and I was on the fence until you brought up the stat of the true road games.
Mhm.
And as much as I hated Sarkeesian when he was OC for my Falcons at Atlanta, I think I'm gonna take them to win.
All right, Tyrone.
So, I mean, I just speak on the coaching aspect and on what you said, Jordan, about Arch Manning not being able to beat out, you know, who they had last year.
Viewers.
I think it says more about Sarkeesian wanted let his guy know, like, hey, we still got you. He let Arch get his games in, let him play. He does. SEC schedule is overwhelming. You don't want to throw Arch Manning, who's already hearing it from the critics because he is a Manning. You don't want to throw him out there against a Georgia or whoever. Look at the games he played. I saw the stat. I don't know the exact number, but he played over 200 snaps. Only 60 of them were on the road. So he's about to play in an environment he's very unfamiliar. But I think Steve Sarkisian is going to help him out with a good game plan. And like John just said, he has legs. If he doesn't feel confident in his arm, which he should, he's pretty accurate. He's just going to take off running. He's going to have a good offensive line. He's going to have a defense to back him up. Ohio State's defense with Caleb Downs is crazy good, yes, but they had all summer to prepare for this.
No.
I I think Texas is gonna win this. It's gonna be close, but Ohio State will probably get them back in the playoffs. Let me put that out there. So
I mean, yeah, it's one of it the biggest game, but it also seems like the biggest coin flip.
yep, yeah,
You know, like so, and it looks like he played in one road game last year.
yeah.
It was at A&M. Did not attempt to pass. Did have 3 rushes for 14 yards
Mm.
and a touchdown. So, yeah, on the road. That's just kind of, I don't know. I think that place will be rocking. Moving on, Alabama, Florida State. Um, there's not really much. So this looks good, namesake, but
Mhm.
I don't think at the end of the day, when we get to see Alabama in a true road game to start the season, I don't know the last time they've been on the road as a true road game to start the season.
Mhm.
Um, we're looking. FSU has lost 11 of their last 13 games. They're in a rebuild. Mike Norvell probably done after this year.
If they don't
Um,
make the playoffs, for sure.
yeah, yeah, or even show some improvement. Winning record, get to a bowl game, But I mean, he's got Thomas or Tommy Castellanos
Mhm.
from Boston College coming in.
Boston College.
I think he got injured at some point last year because I was looking at their games last year.
Yeah,
He was not the leading passer like in 6 of the last 7. So I think he did get a little bit injured.
he got
Uh,
injured and benched.
yeah,
He had an issue with the coach. I forgot what it was, but he had some issues with him, so he benched him.
gotcha. I mean, Ty Simpson starts for Alabama. He's been there for a while. He's sat behind many different guys.
Who
So
the
he finally gets his start. Don't know who this. Honestly, there's not much stats to go off of for anybody. Of course, it's week 1, so I mean, what ESPN has it at 91-9, Alabama to Florida State. So I'm rolling with Alabama. I don't think there's.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going Alabama on the simple fact of Castellanos is good. He is good. But when you run your mouth as much as you have this
Mhm.
summer and the team you play for just had a shit year when they had great players, I think it said more about the coach than what the players were doing. I think the players saw that Norvell, you don't really have it. We just had a magical year when we didn't make the playoffs. You don't know what you're doing. You're in over your head. And then you got Castellanos still running his mouth. Alabama's going to probably dog them in this game. And Florida State's going to have a 4-8 year.
Yeah. I was going to go another route. I'm not picking Florida State to win whatsoever, but I think this game is going to be a lot closer when everybody's calling it.
Mhm.
What's the spread? Is it like, was it 10.5?
Hold on. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's probably pretty high.
It's 13 and a
Hold
half,
on.
Alabama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to take Florida State to cover. It's on the road. Florida State is a hard place to play at. It gets loud. Their fans are crazy. Yeah, the whole war chant. Um, if I'm only saying this if Castellanos comes in locked in. If he comes in and tries to do running sideline to sideline, waiting for somebody to get open, they're going to lose by 45. But if he plays the brand of ball that he plays when he's locked in, they got a chance. Not going to win, but
yeah.
You're
going
telling me
doing
there's a
the
chance.
The media tour he went on was similar to Diego Pavia, with just shut up.
Yep. Let ball talk. Let the ball talk. And
Yeah, he was running his mouth like he was Diego Pavia with two less wins, and both of them are barely bowl eligible. Like
All
you have
right,
to
last one.
get a microphone away from
Coastal.
that dude.
Last one. Coastal Carolina, my favorite Group of Five team, going on the road to Virginia. Coastal Carolina has lost four straight season openers. Virginia gets Chandler Morris, a transfer from North Texas, starting through for almost 3,800 yards last season and 31 touchdowns. Um, don't know who the starting quarterback is for Coastal Carolina. Their depth chart has four guys listed, and it's MJ Morris or so and so or so and so or so and so. No clue. But also, Virginia's won seven out of their last season, last eight, seven out of their last eight season openers. Uh, Going with Virginia.
Yeah, their starting quarterback for last year, Coastal Vasco, transferred to Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I looked this up before we started the podcast, because if he was still on Coastal, I was gonna pick him. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna take Virginia.
Virginia's going to be bad this year, but ACC's got to make a win somewhere, and I've been really against ACC in a lot of our picks so far. So I'm going to go Virginia. I think Virginia's going to get it done as well.
Gotcha. All right. Flip side, number two marquee game of the weekend, probably. Tyrone, LSU, and Clemson, that
Yeah.
night game on Saturday.
Mm.
What we got there?
All right. So I'll try to be quick. I know we're running out of time here, but Clemson is a 3.5 favorite. LSU owns the series 3-1. The last win coming in the magical year of 2019 with Joe Burrow, 42-25. But Clemson is returning Clay Klubnik. It's going to be a good game for him to show if, Clemson's going to go back to the glory days. I know they made the playoffs last year, but it wasn't a Clemson year. Mainly, I liked it because Louisville beat them, but we got to see what Klubnik can do. Is he more than just legs and short arm short passes, or is he actually going to be a guy that can lead them past in Alabama, past at Georgia? Because that's what you got to beat, and you got to start with LSU. Um, it's the battle of the big boys, really. LSU has one of the best offensive line. Clemson has the best defensive line, like they've had the last 15 years, probably since Dabo's been there. Um, Fun fact, LSU, not really fun for LSU, but they're 0-5 in their last five home openers. 24 last year, they lost to USC and Miller Moss. 23, they lost to FSU. And again, they lost to FSU in 2022. 21, they lost to UCLA. And then in 2020, lost to Mississippi State. I think that goes from 0-5 to 0-6. I got Clemson winning this. We need the ACC to get some momentum right here. And that would be huge for the ACC and be huge for Louisville when we knock them off at home.
I'm with you on Clemson. There's not much. I don't think. I think Brian Kelly's severely overrated.
Oh
As
yeah,
a,
Brian Kelly's going to get fired after this year for sure.
Brian Kelly killed a guy. Look it up. Anyways, I got Clemson.
and we're canceled.
Hey, look it up. But I got Clemson winning, and they're going to win pretty handily. Barian Brown transferred from UK to LSU. He's a locker room cancer. Have fun, LSU, with the whiny little bitch that he is.
Nice.
Clemson is returning a ton of starters. Their defensive line is one of the best in the nation. Klubnik is probably one of the favorites for the Heisman.
Mhm.
He's one of the top two for sure. Yeah, I got Clemson winning in a rout. I do not like Brian Kelly. I don't like how he does his players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Moving
Next,
back.
speaking of whiny bitches, John, Nico, and UCLA,
Yeah.
Utah versus UCLA this weekend. What you got? What notes you got there?
Yeah. So Utah is favored by 5.5. This might be Utah's head coach Kyle Whittingham's last season. He's been at Utah since 2004. Cam Rising finally decided to leave and get a job, I'm assuming. They have a new starting quarterback who went 12 and 12 touchdown interception ratio. Uh, Obviously, you brought up Nico. I'm not even going to attempt his last name.
Malama.
Yeah, Nico Dalai Lama left Tennessee to go play at UCLA. I don't really have too many notes on UCLA. They look terrible. I'm going to take the Utes by double digits.
Ooh,
I'm with you there, Tyrone.
I'll go Utes. Keep it simple.
All right. Next, Tyrone, flipping to you. Final three: Virginia Tech versus South Carolina
Yep.
on Sunday.
On Sunday, our first Sunday football in a while. Virginia Tech, South Carolina. South Carolina's projected to win 7.5 points. You got Shane Beamer Steamer in his fifth season. They're 29 and 22 all time. Somehow he won Coach of the Year for the SEC last year. Don't know. But they do have Mike Shula on staff, the NFL legend, to help out sellers. Brent Pry for Virginia Tech is an underwhelming 16 and 21. They have brand new coordinators on both sides of the ball. Lenore Sellers is going to have a good year this year. He's probably projected as one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the SEC, if not in all of college football. Defense, they're going to be killing it with Dylan Stewart, who had a monster year last year, really. 7.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. The only bright side for Virginia Tech is Kyron Drones, which last year wasn't really that great. I got South Carolina winning this handily. So
I'm with you, John.
Virginia Tech, I got them in an upset.
ooh, interesting, man, John. All right.
All right. Next up, Notre Dame at Miami, Catholics versus convicts coming back around.
I really wish somebody would wear this shirt to that game, but I know they won't because then they'll get canceled. But they're coming off a great year in Notre Dame is. Championship game last year. Marcus Freeman let those naysayers know. Boom. He shut them up, let them know that he can actually coach. He can actually recruit. I think he's a great coach. He has a new quarterback, and the freshman CJ Star. Will he actually be a star? This game will show that. Miami has Sid the Sloth at quarterback. Was it the star power at Georgia that carried him, or was it him? My opinion, it was the power of Georgia. They do have a stacked defense in Reuben Bain Jr., who should have been at Louisville, but he's there, and he has a Hall of Fame D-line coach and Jason Taylor. If you guys remember him, he was a stud at Miami Dolphins. Now he's on Miami's college team. So I got Notre Dame.
Same, John. What about you?
Miami or Notre Dame struggles at Miami, so give me the Hurricanes.
Nice.
Right.
And I'll keep it real simple. My notes are perfect because we got to end this. TCU versus North Carolina. Give me the fighting Bill Belichick's. That man's a Nashville native. I'm going Carolina Tar Heels.
All right. TCU's favored. I'm going TCU.
I'm taking UNC.
All right, guys.
Bam. That was us staking our case right there. We made our case.
Making the case, week 1, college football. Guys, it was a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
And to everyone listening, thank you. And we will be back in week 2 next week, see where we're at.
Go Cards.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.